senses are, taming our senses is like taming horses. They're running around in all these different directions, and because of that, it's very hard to meditate and truly be present. If you try to sit down quietly, or rather, maybe I can speak about myself, if I try to sit down quietly, I'll just hear, okay, there's static from the speaker, there's an airplane going overhead, oh, those nachos downstairs smell really good. You know, there's just so many ways for our senses to pull us in various directions. So this form of meditation, I asked everybody to move forward is because it's communal, and at the same time, our goal is to engage our senses. And the way we do that is in a call and response form of chanting of various Sanskrit mantras. I mean, and you guys heard of Om? Yes? One of the most famous, popularized Sanskrit phrases, mantras. So it said that Om is actually the original sound of the universe when it was created. They say there was a big bang, rather there was a big Om. So today, similarly, we'll be chanting mantras which carry a lot of power, because sound carries a lot of power. There is an analogy given in the Gita and the Bhagavatam, maybe one of the two, I might be getting them confused. They're both literatures, yogic literatures. It says that you can have all the materials to construct a skyscraper, but if you don't have sound to communicate, to speak about it, to discuss it, you just have raw materials. So sound and the airwaves around us truly play a deep, deep effect on how we feel. So that being said, I encourage you as much as possible to engage your senses. And one of the biggest things to pay attention to is we have our lead chanter with a lot of other accompanying instrumentalists. So your goal is to hear when they say the mantra and then repeat the mantra. But as you're repeating the mantra, your goal is to create a circuit where you vibrate your tongue, but then you hear the mantra back in your ears. At the same time, we've tried to make the room smell nice, create an atmosphere that's conducive for our eyes and other senses. If you want to engage your touch sense, if you find that you fidget with your hands, you can create this mudra with your hands and sit up just a little bit straighter than you normally would. Some of you are already sitting up quite straight, so I don't know how you do that, but I tend to slouch. And just, if you find your mind wandering, just bring it back to the sound of the mantra. And like I mentioned, these mantras are in Sanskrit, so don't worry too much if you feel like you're not pronouncing it right or if you're making mistakes. It's the intention behind that matters much more than the specific pronunciation. So that's my encouragement there in terms of participating. By any chance, is anybody trying Kirtan for the first time today? Yes, a few people. So not to worry, we are all in it together, and we will embark on a journey of sacred sound vibrations. That being said, over to you, Aksha.
Hi everyone. First of all, thank you all for coming and joining me in this meditation today. To start off, I just want to give a little background on the mantras I'll be singing today, in a call and repeat fashion. So, the meaning of this mantra, or the significance, is the appearance of a form of divinity or an incarnation of divinity, who is Lord Sri Ram. And he appeared on the 9th day of the waxing moon, which is why we're going to take part in singing the glories of his name too. Starting off, you can just repeat after me. while I just recite the mantra so that we're familiar with how to sing it. Sitaram, 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 Ram. And then Raghupati, Raghava, Raja Ram, Patita, Pavana, Sitaram. And then we'll just start with Shri Ram. Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Everyone together. Shri Ram, 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 Shri Shri Sitaram, Sitaram, Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram, Sitaram, 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 Ram, Sitaram, 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 Shri Ram, Shri Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Raghupati Raghava पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम पतित पावन पतित पावन पतित पावन रघुपति राघव राजा रघुपति राघव राजा पतित पावन पतित पावन श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम
Don't stress about it. Stress management.
Okay, so I'm not going to stress about it because that's what the topic is. So we'll do a quick 22-second switcheroo and we will be right back.
Check, check. Is this on? Okay. All right, good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone doing? Hopefully not too stressed out. Actually, just coming here is kind of stressful sometimes, right? Anywhere you go, driving in the roads, first you need to figure out, are there going to be road work on the way? How long is it going to take? And then you never know, there may be protests going around as well, right? Like it's going around today. So it can be quite stressful. So how many are stressed or have felt stressed today? Many of you. Right? And how many of you feel stress on a daily basis, whether it's social, professional, or any other way, right? So we all feel stress in one shape or form. So let's try and find out what the spiritual text can tell us about stress and how we can manage stress. But before that, I just want to start with a story. And I think, before we started this, we were just having a side conversation. And Deepak and Ashley, we were talking about, simplifying life and stuff, right? So this particular analogy will actually strike with you, Ashley, back there. In fact, he mentioned about boat. So, So this story is about a rich businessman who goes to the Bahamas for a vacation. And, by the beach, he sees a boatman just sitting there and goes and talks to him. So, hey, what do you do? I'm a boatman. I take, people who come on vacation, guests like you, on the boat. So the businessman says, well, how many boats do you own? He said, I have just this one boat. So then he says, well, why don't you buy another boat? You can actually then employ somebody else and you can make more money. So this boatman says, oh, fantastic, great idea. So then what do I do? Well, you make more money, you buy more boats. Then you build a big, boating company. And then what do I do? Well, you'll make so much money, you can then buy properties, you can actually build other businesses. Oh, then, fantastic, okay, then what do I do after that? Well, you'll just be so rich that you can actually take a vacation like me and come to the Bahamas. And the boatman says, what am I doing now, right? So that's what life is all about. We make it very complicated, and then everybody is going around with this bumper sticker. Do not disturb because I'm already disturbed. Right? So that's the type of life that we are living. So then why do we need to look at spiritual wisdom to understand stress and how to manage stress? Because spiritual wisdom is like the X-ray for the mind. The ancient wisdom, they don't change what you look at, but they change the way you look at it, the perspective with which we look at it. So let's look at what the ancient texts, specifically the Bhagavad Gita, we can learn from related to stress management. So there are 3 keys for managing stress according to the Gita. So one is expectation, which is essentially the illusion that we all have that we control the results. So can somebody tell me, what do we really control? Anybody?
Nothing. Only ourselves.
Okay, so can you control your heartbeat?
No.
Can you control the batting of the eyelids?
No.
Can you control the breathing?
No.
Can you control your mind? You can control your mind? You must be a yogi already.
You can say.
So in fact, Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita says, I can control the wind, but I cannot control my mind. And he's one of the topmost, yogis, one can say. So it is actually, we don't control even our own body, our mind, the way, even like doing yoga, for example, if you're meditating, how long can we really just focus on the mantra that we are meditating? Our mind tends to wander all over, and then we need to bring it back, right? So we actually, don't really control. Sorry, you were going to say something? No, I thought you raised your hand. Sorry. So this is text 2, verse 47 in the Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala eturbur ma te sangostva karmani. The translation is, you have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you're not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty. So what this really means is, we need to try our best, right? Don't try to be the best. And never get attached to the result, because success is not found in the result, but success is in the endeavor. Right? Because we don't control the result. All we can do is give our best and leave the rest, as they say. Right? Because the result is not in our control. But as long as we give the most sincere energy and endeavor into anything that we do, then the result is what the result is. We don't control the result, but we control what we put into the work that we do. Right? So that is key number 1. So as long as we don't focus on the result, then the stress level comes down, because we have given our best, then whatever the outcome is the outcome. But what are we taught to do? Even in the corporate world, where I am a part of, we expect the result, right? There are certain goals set, and then we expect certain results. And if we don't get the result, then we are deemed a failure. And that adds to the stress. And then key 2 is competition. So how many of us constantly compare with everybody else around us? All of us do, right? Or most of us at least, right? Constantly we look at others to validate our own value, our own identity, and that adds stress as well. Right? And again in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, text 35, Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat svanustitat swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duties perfectly. So this can be a little bit confusing, right? So it's saying that we should do our own duty, even though we may not do it perfectly, than doing someone else's duty perfectly. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for to follow another's path is dangerous. So let's take some analogies to discuss this. So many of you might have heard about this analogy about a fish. If the fish is made to believe that success comes by climbing a tree, then it'll live the rest of its life thinking it's a big failure. Right? And also each of us have our own exam paper. So if we copy somebody else's answers, then we are answering somebody else's exam paper than our own. And I really like this particular line. You were born an original, don't die a copy. Very powerful. So let this just sink in. I'll say that again. Each one of us was born an original. Let's not die a copy. So live your own unique purpose. So each one of us have our own unique purpose that we are here to fulfill. And that's what spiritual wisdom will actually help us understand, what our own unique purpose is. And this whole process of bhakti yoga is to understand our own unique purpose and how do we achieve that purpose. So that's key number 2. key number 3 is regulation. How many of us are regulated every day? I certainly am not, I can tell you that. Right. It's one of those things where we all aspire to be regulated, follow a certain routine every single day, but it hardly happens because this is the mad, mad world where we are running around. It's a rat race. So the quiet burnout of an imbalanced life, so that's why the burnout is there, because we are just not regulated. But regulation can actually help bring down the stress levels as well. Again, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 17. Yuktahara viharasya yukta chetasya karmasu yukta swapnabha bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. He who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. So this is very, very important because we have to do things in a regulated manner, in a moderated manner. But there are times when we get so excited about things and then we overdo things or we don't do things that we are supposed to do, which can actually impact, which creates imbalance in our lives, which actually then creates stress as well. So we have to prioritize the heart over the urgent. Because there may be others who are influencing us in our daily lives where everything becomes urgent. We need to get this done and there's a to-do list. Actually, I personally don't maintain a to-do list. I shouldn't be saying this in front of my wife, but because she maintains it, that's the reason why, I guess. But for me, when I look at a to-do list, and when it runs long, it actually creates more stress in me, right? So my philosophy is, if it is that important, I will remember it. If it is not that important, I won't remember it. So if it is important, the to-do list is in my mind. I'm not saying all of you should follow that, okay? I'm just saying how I manage it, right? Each one of us manage our stress in different ways. So that's just one example, but overall we need to prioritize the heart. What is most important for us? We need to prioritize that than letting somebody else influence what our priorities are, because that adds stress. And we tend to take on unnecessary things and neglect the very things that require the investment of our hearts. Because we do lots of things. We want to achieve so many things. There's money, there's power, there's fame, and so on and so forth, right? And everything is a stressor in our lives. So we need to really understand what is most important for me, for my near and dear, and focus on the few things. Simplify, like Ashley was mentioning before the session started as well. We were just having a side conversation. So that's very, very important. And simplification is also helps with the regulation, will also help with simplification, because then we'll tend to prioritize. And one of the techniques is elevating ourselves to a higher vantage point. So this is called as sort of the 5 a.m. club, if you may. Because if you want to start the day, it's best to start early. And I'm not a morning person myself, but I've been managing to wake up early, but these days I'm kind of tending to sleep in. But the best mechanism is to wake up early, think about the whole day in front of us, and kind of get our mind into that mode. As the 9 a.m. starts and the work starts, then the mad rush starts. So before the mad rush, get into a space where our mind is clear and we know what we are going to do that particular day. So start the day early, and that's one of the keys. So start your day by remembering the ultimate goal. When you see the bigger picture, you stop getting drawn into the irrelevant arguments of the day. Right? And I've had situations, and all of you, each one of you would have similar situations as well. Especially at work, I've been through lots of challenges, and there's politics, and there is interpersonal challenges, and many different challenges that get thrown at us. So one of the things I did at one of the companies that I was working at is there is this whole concept of yuga. Yuga is an epoch, so it's a period of time in the Vedic system. And Lord Brahma, who is actually the secondary creator of this whole universe, is said to live many trillions of years. Now there is a slide that has that. Actually, I hid that particular slide because I thought we may not have enough time. I'm going to unhide it and just show it here. See that, right? So Lord Brahma's life is 311 trillion years. Now where we are is in Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga is right there, current age. And Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. So I'm not going to go through all the details here, but I printed this particular slide and put it on my office wall. And each time I stressed about something, I'll just look at it and go, this particular moment, where does that fit within that particular picture? Right? Then I thought, it doesn't matter. So this particular picture really helped me manage this, the daily stressors in life. It gives a certain perspective. That is elevating ourselves. See the big picture. Then we will get a very good perspective into what's happening here and now. And is that the most important thing, in my life, or even when you think about, the whole universe. And talking about the whole universe, there's a video, I'm not sure how many of you might have seen this or heard about, but by Carl Sagan, The Pale Blue Dot. How many of you have seen that video? Yeah, some of you have. So I'm just going to play that. Audio. It's playing.
Everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever... That's here. That's home. That's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. The aggregate of our joy and suffering, thousands of confident religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines, every hunter and forager, every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and peasant, every young couple in love, every mother and father, hopeful child, inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint and sinner in the history of our species lived there, on a mote of dust, suspended in a sunbeam. The earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. Think of the rivers of blood spilled by all those generals and emperors, so that in glory and triumph they could become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Think of the endless cruelties visited by the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel on the scarcely distinguishable inhabitants of some other corner. How frequent their misunderstandings, how eager they are to kill one another, how fervent their hatreds. Our posturings, our imagined self-importance, the delusion that we have some privileged position in the universe, are challenged by this point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all this vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. The Earth is the only world known so far to harbor life. There is nowhere else, at least in the near future, to which our species could migrate. Visit? Yes. Settle? Not yet. Like it or not, for the moment, the Earth is where we make our stand. It has been said that astronomy is a humbling and character-building experience. There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
So that's a big picture, and it's very, very powerful. So when we feel those stressors and when we feel stressed, it's good to take a few paces back and really think for ourselves, does it really matter? This shall pass too. So just as a summary, so one is detach from the final result. Stop comparing your exam paper. Each one of us have our own. Regulate your daily habits and join the 5 a.m. club. Look at the big picture. Success is giving your best and not being the best. Because each one of us, we have our own definition of success, if you may. Someone else's success may not be our success. And in closing, step out of the computer game. This is life. Drop the expectations, stop the comparisons, regulate your time, remember the big picture, and just live. Thank you. Any questions or discussions or sharing? Yes, please.
Well, I don't need the mic. I was just going to ask if there was a 6:30 to 7 a.m. club. Get in there.
Maybe it's just a time zone thing.
Is that 5 a.m. PST? But I was going to also say that, like, I was having anxiety about, like, what to make for dinner tonight, and that just gave me a whole different set of anxieties. But it's always wonderful to try and put things in perspective, and that calms us down and kind of gets us out of our mind and stuff like that. Appreciate all the information.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's easy to read, study, speak about this, but not the most, not very easy to follow. But it's something that, we just need to remind ourselves, right? It's a practice. That's why Bhakti Yoga is really, really helpful, and that's what has helped me to actually manage stress. Doesn't mean I don't get stressed at all, but certainly I've figured out and learned how to manage stress in a much better way. So how do you channel the energy differently? It's not that you just stop, right? How do you channel that? Because sometimes the best does not come, like there are some who do their best when they're actually stressed. So how do you channel that energy? That's important. Anybody else? And you can share as well your own experiences, how you manage with stress, or anything in here that you feel is a takeaway for you personally that you may want to share.
I just have a question. I was just wondering, how do you practice Bhakti Yoga?
Fantastic. So Bhakti Yoga is not just one or two things. It's a process, but one of the first things is like what we did earlier. It's the mantra meditation is the foundational aspect of starting in the Bhakti Yoga path. Right? So that is a start. And then of course there is all this other things that follow as well, but it's a process. So that will be a separate class in itself, but the start is really, the mantra meditation part.
Vishmar, I just want to say I feel like you're excited around that early time. However, it really is something special to witness the world not waking up yet. When nothing's singing, nothing's chirping, the air is cool. Just try it.
Yep.
I encourage you to.
Absolutely. And also the other thing is, if you really think about it yourself, the mood, first thing in the morning, is actually calm, and it's predominantly in the mode of goodness. And then once a 9 a.m. starts, or 8 a.m. or whenever you start, it's mode of passion takes over, because you're running after things and all that. And then the evening is when what we call as in Bhakti Yoga, the mode of ignorance takes over, and then there are, we tend to do things that we don't want to remember. And how often do you see nightclubs open at 5 a.m. They're leaving, then they don't start, right? So that's why mornings are, when the mind is really, clear, not as cluttered, and then gets cluttered more and more as the day passes, and all the stresses start to appear.
I just wanted to share my experience of waking up early. I try to meditate an hour and a half to 2 hours a day on beats, and the days when I do it in the morning, I think it makes the most impact. Like you said, when I do it at 1 p.m., it's like, oh, I have a meeting in 25 minutes, or I'm feeling hungry, and it's like your brain's been inundated with all these things. And it was this video, I saw a version of it in elementary school, and I remember just thinking about how small our problems are, and just how much, I guess, the way of being brought up impacts our way of thinking. If this kind of perspective of the world was shared and instilled in us earlier on, instead of course, you need to make money and be comfortable and make a name for yourself and be rich and famous. If the topics from that video were instilled as much as the rich and famous part, how much better our lives would be. So, but anyways, that's a roundabout way of saying that waking up early gives me a chance to reflect and be away from, I guess, that conditioning of the world that tends to peak once the sun comes up. And I think it's like really helped me connect and understand and readjust my life a different way.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing, Ayan. It is, and I think morning certainly makes a big difference, for sure. Even, I used to start work at 6 a.m. Even though it was early start, I still, did not feel that stress somehow, because it's just the time of the day when, and I think the gentleman in the back said when, things are really quiet, and, you can actually self-reflect at that time before things start moving, and then you just get caught up in everything that's going on. All right. So if no other questions, I'll be around here. If you want to discuss anything about it, certainly we'll be happy to talk to you and learn from you as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing very practical wisdom. These texts are written in Sanskrit, so oftentimes it's really hard to actually pull out the essence of how we can apply it in our daily lives. As I'm talking with the Kirtan folks, we continue to move on up. So I really appreciated your presentation. I personally used to find it really hard to wake up, but something that really helped me is I had a friend who was waking up, and he would call me every morning, and he kept calling me until I was up Zoom call with them. So maybe if you feel inspired, Arun Lakshman can call you at 5 a.m. to wake you up, because truly I think it does make a big difference. And or I'm also happy to call you. Someone will call you. Jasper will call you.
Yes.
All right. Do you have your number? Do you want to lead us on a stretch?
Oh, yeah, sure. All right, everybody, we're going to do a quick stretch before the next kirtan. So you can stand up. And we're going to do a Haribol stretch. So spread your arms out to the side like this. And we raise them up. Haribol! Haribol! Do it again, arms down. Haribol! Haribol! One last time. Haribol!
Somebody just look like those guys, right?
You can stay standing. You're welcome to sit down. Then I'm just shifting things around.
Thank you, Arun Prabhu, for that very wonderful talk. We can all benefit from a talk about anxiety. Actually, I wanted to say a few things about mantra meditation before, but actually, I've been sort of dwelling on this little concept, this little introductory concept all week. And anxiety and emotions is pretty much like hitting the nail on the head. Usually, or when we've introduced mantras before, sometimes we refer to these mantras as divine feminine or divine masculine names. Like, for example, Radha is a divine feminine name, and Ramana or Govinda or Gopala, they're sort of masculine names. So that's one way to dive into it. But another thing I was thinking, or another way I was thinking about approaching it, is that the name Ramana or the name Govinda or Gopal, these also talk about the source of everything, all energy, all people, all matter, and also all emotions too. They're like a reservoir of emotions, right? And if you think about the source of everything, all emotions must be included in that. Everything that we feel, not only the fear and anxiety, but also the love, the courage, the humor, all of these emotions are embedded within that. And if all those emotions are embedded within that, it's like an ocean of emotions that's overflowing, right? And we all have some capacity to feel a certain intensity of those emotions, right? But when we speak about Radha or the divine feminine, we're also referring to not the source of all emotions, but the experiencer of the greatest intensity and depth of all of those emotions. So not only do we have the source, the ocean of emotions, we also have the experiencer of all of them to the fullest depth, right? So it's also has a wholeness to it, right? Because emotions are nothing without an experiencer. We all experience emotions, you know? So when we connect with the source and the ocean of all those emotions, especially through mantra meditation and singing these names, then we're also able to control and regulate our own emotions too. We're also to get in touch with them more, and yeah, we're able to flow like that. Very nice. That's it. I did remember which one I picked, so. Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo. Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai 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 Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, 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 Jai Jai Radha Ramana 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 Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Oh Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Jai Radha, Jai Jai Radha, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. All right, when I stop, you guys say Radha, okay? Jai Jai Radha. Jai Jai Radha. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Oh Jai Jai Radha. Jai Jai Radha. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Haribo. Oh Haribo, Haribo. Oh Haribo, Haribo. Oh Haribo, Haribo. Oh Haribo, 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 Haribo. Oh Haribo, 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 Haribo. Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo, Jai Jai Radha Ramana Haribo. Radha Ramana, oh 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 Radha Ramana. Radha Ramana, oh 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 Radha Ramana. Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana, Radha Ramana, oh Radha Ramana, oh Radha Ramana, oh Radha Ramana, oh Radha Ramana. Radhe 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 Oh Radhe Radhe Oh Radhe 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 Radhe. I'm gonna try something new. Radhe 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 Oh 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 Radhe 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 Radhe. Hey, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Jayo Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Oh, Radhe, 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 Radhe. 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 Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Okay, last thing. When I say Radhe, you guys say Govinda. When I say Govinda, you guys say Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Govinda, Govinda. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Oh, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Oh, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Oh, Radhe, Radhe. Radhe, Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe. Hari-o.
Haribol.
Lady. Akshara Rakshara style.
So for our final meditation, we'll be singing the mantra that we commonly sing at the end of every Soulfest. So Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
say no. There. All of them. All of them.
Wow, so much wonderful energy in the room today. I don't know, there's something magical today, so I'm gonna have to take down everyone's name and number, and you're gonna have to come next week too.
Oh no! Oh. Yeah, next week is a special again.
Yes, so real quick, just some announcements. Akshay, I'll put you on slide duty. So before we move on, I want to thank all the volunteers who work behind the scenes to help make this event possible. We have Bhakti Priya, Mandakini, Srijana, Rasavati and team, and Ethan, who was managing the AV system and helped us set it up. In addition, I want to thank everybody who helped make the Kirtan possible. So we had Jasper on the bass guitar. We had Vrinda singing backup vocals and on the guitar. We had Akshara lead us for the first and third kirtans. We had Isa is coming behind the door for a dramatic entrance. We had Isa. We had Vishwamber lead us in the middle kirtan. And we had Bradley on the mridanga. And wait, the most important of all of you are kirtan singers, dancers, and singers. It truly is a community experience, and for those of you who tried it for the first time today, hopefully the last 25 minutes weren't too out of the context of what you expected. No, I know it was totally out there, not what you expected, but thank you for participating and bringing energy and participating with your heart, because it's something that you're able to experience in the room when there's people around you who are just happy. And the purpose of Bhakti Yoga is essentially to help us just be happy. And what do you do when you're happy? You do a happy dance. So thank you for participating in today's happy dance. So here are some upcoming events. Every Friday we have a yoga flow and sound bath here at Bhakti Studio. It's wonderful, and yeah, check it out. It's on Fridays. In addition, we are celebrating 1 year of Bhakti Studio next week. So that's what I meant. That's what I meant, that all of you need to be there, because we got to recreate the momentum. So we've been doing weekly kirtans for probably the past 2 years or so, but we moved into this space around this time last year. So we're celebrating 1 year of not just having the space, but all of you as part of the community, and just having this wonderful space for us to practice being yogis, not just enter the studio and leave after an hour, but truly create a family. So as part of that experience, we have a couple of activities. So before the kirtan, we have a sound bath, which we will be having at 4 to 5 p.m. by a wonderful woman. And afterwards, then we'll have the kirtan from 6 to 7, and we'll have a bunch of sweets, amazing food. I've heard the menu is Italian, and just more food than your stomach can handle, most likely. Snacks, food, sweets, desserts, people, all of it. Oh, henna, yes. So there will also be volunteers who will be putting henna, so those like temporary tattoos that typically they put in India. So if you wanna, so we'll have activities and stuff as well. So it'll be a fun time. So please come celebrate with us. Clear your calendars, call in sick, do whatever you need to do, because there's no other place you need to be. All right. And the final thing, this is our upcoming kirtan schedule. So we'll be here next Saturday, the Saturday after that, the Saturday after that. Jasper?
Is Saturday after that?
The Saturday after that.
And the Saturday after that.
And the Saturday after that. And the Saturday after that. So it's very easy to remember. We're here every Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. Come join us. If you want to stay up to date, you can scan that QR code. It takes you to our WhatsApp community. It's where we have the most up-to-date information, plus sneak peeks of what's going to be going on behind the scenes. Or, of course, there's our social media and website. Do drop us a follow on Instagram. Our social media team will love it. Whew. All right. That's it for announcements. Now to the best part, which is the food.
Why?
Yes, why Jasper came. So some logistics, just to avoid any collisions in our narrow hallway, we're going to exit out this door right here, and you'll take a U-turn around the intersection and enter back in through the entrance, where we'll have some wonderful volunteers waiting to serve you. And if you have any dietary restrictions or you're following anything in particular, please feel free to let our volunteers know. We'll be happy to accommodate you. Thank you so much, everybody. Please enjoy your meals.
And thank you, Aya. Thank you, Aya.